I get it. Everyone is trying to look for passive income avenues to really earn more income on top of their day job. But sometimes such passive income revenue streams may also be really high risk. So in this video, I'll share about some low risk passive income strategies that even a beginner could take on because they may not have that risk appetite that an advanced person may have. And if you have better passive income ideas or strategies that are not discussed in this video, then why not come and join us at our over 10,000 members Telegram group at HoneyMoney.SG to share how you can better earn those passive income. The first one is really basic, and that is Singapore savings bonds. And with the latest issue of the Singapore savings bond, we are looking at 3.32% per annum over a period of 10 years. In fact, if you look at just year 1 alone, it is 3.21% per annum for the first year. And it does not mean that you have to hold this Singapore savings bond till maturity for 10 years. You could liquidate it anytime, which means if you redeem it on this month, you will receive your funds by next month. And there are no penalties for early withdrawals or early redemption. It's fully liquid. So it's a really good and safe place to park your cash because you earn relatively good returns above 3% per annum. And that is where a lot of people actually put their emergency funds in the Singapore savings bonds. Funding can be done by cash or SRS, but not CPF. So if you want to contribute to SRS and you don't know where to put your SRS funds, then maybe consider SSB. The interest for SSB is also paid out every 6 months. So assuming you're applying for the November issue this month, 6 months after November, you will receive your first interest. And then by November next year, you will receive your second interest. So if you want to apply for the Singapore savings bond, just go to your favorite internet banking portal and then look at the investments column. Then you can subscribe using your cash or your SRS funds online. You don't have to queue at the bank. Now, the second low-risk passive income strategy that you can look at is Treasury Bills, or T-Bills in short. Because if you just look at the recent T-bill yield, we are looking at 4.07% cut-off yield for a period of 6 months. To put the numbers into perspective, if we just take 10,000 Singapore dollars and put it into T-bills at 4.07% for a period of 6 months, here will be what you have gotten, which is $203 returned back to you as a form of discount when you purchase those T-bills. And the difference between Singapore savings bond and T-bills is that for Singapore savings bond, you have to wait for 6 months before your first coupon or interest payment is credited to your account. But for T-bills, the returns are paid upfront. And 4.07% is a rather attractive rate because we have not seen these rates for quite a while now. The good thing about T-bills is that the funding sources are also quite great. Like you could use cash, you could use SRS, you can also use your CPF, whether they are OA or SA. Though I would not recommend you to use your CPF SA because SA itself is already giving more than 4% per annum according to the latest CPF news. But if you want to consider putting your excess CPF OA funds above 20,000 instead of T-bills, it may be a really good option because 2.5% in the OA is not great. If you're able to put it in the T-bills getting more than 4% per annum, I think that's a rather huge upgrade. Of course, there must be some downsides with T-bills as well because it is not really liquid and you have to hold it for 6 months to achieve the maximum return, which is what most people do. They will hold it till maturity of 6 months and then get back their capital. And you see, it is backed by government, so it's relatively safe at the same security level as the SSB as well. Both of these are really quite capital guaranteed by the government. Now let's move on to the third idea, and that is through money market funds. And specifically for this video, I'm going to talk about Moneybull by Webull, which is their wealth management feature. Now, just to help out some people who don't see the Moneybull feature on the app, you will have to convert to a margin account first. And once you have converted your Webull account to a Moneybull account, it will take around 2 business days for it to be successfully converted. Now, once you have activated Moneybull on the Webull app, you can get around 3.7% on the Singapore dollars money market fund and around 5.3% for the US dollars money market fund. But let me cover some step-by-step process on how to activate Moneybull because for some of you, maybe this is the first time you're doing it. So head over to the Webull app, tap on Markets, then activate Moneybull on the Webull app. Next up, you just have to fund your Webull account, whether in Singapore dollars or US dollars, or if you want to have US dollars but you only have Singapore dollars, you have to deposit your Singapore dollars, then do the in-house currency conversion within Webull app. Because some of you may be attracted to that 5.3% per annum on the US dollar deposits compared to the 3.8% per annum. Now, if you see this thing called amount retained, what it means is that this will be the sum of money that will not be automatically invested. Because the way Moneybull works is that once you have deposited As long as you don't have any retained amounts, all this will be auto-subscribed to the Webull's Moneybull money market fund. So the amount retained are basically those funds which will not be auto-subscribed to Moneybull. And once your idle cash are inside the Webull account, it will be auto-subscribed according to the currency they are in. Singapore dollars will be subscribed to the Fullerton SGD cash fund. US dollars will be subscribed to the Fullerton USD cash fund. Then once it is subscribed, you'll start to see those daily returns from 2 work days later. In fact, if you want a good reason to use Moneybull right now, it's because of this Webull Moneybull promotion, whereby the highest tier where you deposit $100,000 and you can get 3,000 US dollars of cash vouchers. And to qualify, just go to your Webull app and follow my step-by-step walkthrough of how you can participate in this Moneybull promotion. Make sure to deposit before the 16th of October, where the promotion will end. And once you have activated Moneybull with the idle cash funds being subscribed to the money market funds, you can enjoy yields on your idle cash without compromising your buying power. The yields from Moneybull are significantly higher than most banks' fixed deposit rates, so that's the benefit to that. And if you're new to Webull, definitely check out their welcome rewards for new customers, because right now in October, the terms and conditions for welcome rewards are rather straightforward. You can fund any amount, even $1 will do, and maintain that funds for at least 30 days, where you will get 2 free shares, with each free share ranging from $20 US to $1,000 US. So if you're looking at 2 free shares at the max, you could get 2 times $1,000, which totals up to $2,000 US as a welcome reward. So if you want to get all these attractive rewards and use Webull as your preferred trading platform, use my referral link down below or scan this QR code right here to get your Webull account today. Now, the last low-risk passive income strategy I will talk about is high-interest savings account. And I know it's not really fully passive because there is some work involved, specifically in the spending, the saving, and the salary credit. And 2 of such accounts that are more popular on the market right now are the UOB1 account or the OCCBC 360 account. The UOB1 account will give you an effective interest rate of 5% on your first $100,000 of savings when you make a minimum spend of $500 on the eligible cards, be it credit cards or debit cards, and also credit a salary of $1,600 every month into the UOB account. And over a 30-day period for $100,000 savings at 5% effective interest, you can get a total of $411, which is pretty sweet for passive income. Now, if you have been using the UOB1 account, you will also be familiar of this Christmas savings promotion, where they see what is your month-end balance as of 30th September. And if you have did an incremental savings amount, you can get these specified levels of cash rewards according to the tier you are in. But take note that they will have to earmark your funds, which means these funds will not be available for withdrawals. They will keep it around 4 months or so. And I already participate in the previous month's promotion, so my $100,000 is already being earmarked, which makes me not eligible for the 30th September promotion. So I'll probably look forward to the next savings promotion, which by then, the $100,000 for the previous promotion will have been released. Now, if you're not a fan of spending on your credit cards or debit cards, then maybe you can look at OCCBC 360, because you don't have to fulfill any card spending. You just have to fulfill the salary credit of $1,800, as well as saving an incremental amount of $500 month over month. You can get an effective 4.05% per annum, which is rather good as well. And I'll cover more strategies related to cash management in the previous video right here, where you can check out in full detail.